My name is Matthew Erickson, and I'm a graduate of the Academy of Hospitality and Tourism from Lahaina Luna High School in Hawaii. I am pleased to share that through my experience and knowledge gained through the AOHT, I currently work as a reservations and sales manager for the Old Lahaina Luau on Maui. Possibly the state's best luau, quite arguably the world's best luau. I'm in a bit of a transition though. I was recently appointed executive director for the Lahaina Luna High School Foundation. This is a nonprofit organization whose aim is to provide all of the students of our local high school an exceptional experience. This year, I had the honor of assisting with providing 44 students and 2 teachers with over $111,000 in scholarships. And we're currently preparing to break ground on phase 2 of a state-of-the-art athletic stadium, track and field, a facility that was never available in the 182-year history of this school. I'm also a proud advisory board member for the Maui Academies of Hospitality and Tourism. At this very dinner last year, I was one of the alumni honorees, so I know firsthand the power of educators, business, and community leaders coming together for young people. And I know how that transformational experience makes NAF students want to stay connected to academies long after they graduate. Tonight's honorees are once again stellar examples of what NAF academies offer to students and how these same young people can go out into the world and bring even more back for the next generation. It is my privilege to welcome Brendan Flores, Eric De La Fuente, and Brenda Urias to come and tell us what NAF means to each of them.
So before I get started, I gotta tell you my secret. The first one, I'm nervous. The second one, I missed the rehearsal. And third, I forgot. However, I am very thankful and very honored because I am standing in front of my heroes, our educators. Please give yourself a round of applause. Hello, my name is Brendan Flores, and I am very, very thankful for this award. I was originally drawn to my school's Academy of Finance because of the clothes. I noticed on Mondays, this one group of kids always dressed up in professional attire. When I learned that they were taking college courses, taking business classes, getting college credit, networking, doing business communications, and traveling through the United States, I was in. Or rather, I wasn't in, but I wanted to be. I showed up late, but I meant business literally, and soon was among the best dressed Monday crowd. That choice to join an Academy of Finance launched my entire career trajectory. And the arc I traveled, from high school to college to professional, was anything but slow. Thanks to the preparation I got at my academy and my first internship at Wells Fargo, I launched into my career like a rocket. At age 18, I jumped from bank teller to personal banker, 3 levels above, handling loans and customer issues. Soon, I was promoted again and handling our high-value clientele. I thought, how can people treat me seriously? I'm just a little boy, and these people have money. But that confidence I built up in my academy, I used it, I presented well, and I wasn't afraid. My family is from the Philippines, and the one thing they were sure to give me in the US was an education. And the rest was up to me. I found my mentor, Tim, through my internship, a community banking district manager who not only met with me to talk about my career, but invited me into his life and into his family. He introduced me to employees and took me to the office picnic. Today, 10 years after my internship, I'm a vice president and community banking district manager. The same position my mentor held when we met. I remember calling my mom to tell her I got it, and she always thought I was a good kid and a good person. She was crying because this news was just amazing to her. I thank my academy for the path they've showed me. In return, I'm ready to offer my ongoing mentorship of students, classroom visits, scholarships, fundraising, and outreach to alumni. One, because I can afford to, and two, because I never forget where it came from and who helped me. I am so moved that my boss and my boss's boss took time out of their schedules to be here tonight. Greg and Callie, my professional mentors at this point, have become my best friends at work. And I'm very blessed that they're like my second family. How many people go into work each day and have that kind of relationship with their bosses? When they found out that I won the NAF Alumni Award, they sent a blast email to our region, and I must have gotten over 150 emails. Everyone from the bank presidents to the 18-year-old tellers writing to congratulate me. I never understood before the impact that I made. I'm humbled, and all I can say is thank you. To my Academy of Finance directors, to my team members that are here tonight, to my family and friends, and to my best friend, thanks to all of you for coming here and being a part of this journey. And thank you so much for allowing me to share my story. Thank you and have a good night.
Hello, my name is Brenda Urias. Thank you so much for this award. High school was an extremely important time of my life. I was interested in what I was learning, and I excelled in my honors classes, in the program, and as an active member of my school's clubs and associations. I always knew I wanted to go to college. A class visit, a recruitment visit from students at Colonial High School's Academy of Hospitality and Tourism at the beginning of my 9th grade year gave me the vehicle that I needed to begin preparing for college right away. It actually let me direct my passion for travel and my desire to learn about destinations all over the world into a professional path, which I really didn't know existed before then. I graduated among the top of my class from high school on a Saturday and started college that very next Monday. Thank you. I was on an ambitious track and determined to maximize all opportunities presented to me, whether it was field trips, fundraisers, community events, or speaking to the public to promote the program. I was engaged and I was out there. People knew me as a leader, and this worked to my benefit. What they also knew about me was that I had a son. I learned I was pregnant when I was just starting the academy. And my biggest fear was that I was going to get kicked out of the program. But the academy saw my potential, and they took my lead. They kept their expectations high, and they pushed me to the next level. Yes, I was motivated, more so than some of my peers. But any award presented to me should actually go to Colonial High School. And I would like to say to them, look where I am at, and thank you. Look where I am at because of you. Today, I'm the manager of travel marketing programs and contract management in the travel department at the AAA National Office. Through the academy, thank you. Through the academy, I was able to obtain an internship with AAA, and 14 years later, I'm grateful for the professional career that they helped me to create. Today, I thank AAA for supporting our local program, our local academies, especially our school, through me, by donating gifts for auctions. This year, we gave out a 7-day cruise at a silent auction. donating funds, and allowing me to share my time as an advisory board member, an active advisory board member with our program. At a recent conference of travel industry leaders, AAA invited AOHT students to work and participate at this event, and I know what this opportunity meant to those students because I've been there. To everyone here, I want to say, the NAF program can only truly deliver if you continue to fight and push it to the next level. So keep fighting. I had an advantage over others. Why? Because I had this academy and I had these opportunities, and that was huge for me. I thank the Academy for being the tool to my success and for giving me the opportunity to be an excellent mother and provider to my son. My son is going to be 17 this year, and he is here with me today, and I am honored that he's able to share this special moment with me. Again, thank you to Colonial High School for all your support. Thank you to our local board, Pat Diaz, for all your continued support. And thank you for NAF for this honorable recognition.
Good evening, and thank you for this award. My name is Eric De La Fuente, and I stand here this evening as a proud alumni of the first graduating class of the Academy of Hospitality and Tourism back in 1989 at Miami Springs Senior High. As I have seen this program go national and stand here, participate at a conference of more than 1,000 people, I cannot help to think back to the beginning, when the Academy was just a concept. We didn't have an alumni that came in to talk to us. We didn't know what it was. You know, what drew me to the Academy was the emphasis that we're talking about, the importance in writing, in geography, in learning other languages, to travel. More importantly, it offered me a window to engage the world. That was just what that young immigrant student that had recently arrived in the United States and barely spoke English was looking for, but it was only a dream then. The dedication that teachers had to the students and to the program, priceless. You know, I sit today on a board with one of my teachers, Ms. Ann Fields. I can't call her Ann. Everybody says Ann in the meetings. I have to say Ms. Fields. I can't do it. Thank you, Ms. Fields. And then there was the internship, the one that comes at the end of your junior year. Well, the internship by no means was my first job. As an immigrant, I worked in all kinds of jobs. You know, from a moving company, to a salsa band, to a supermarket, to a lot of jobs I'm not even gonna say here. You have to put food on the table. I mean, that's what it was all about. Well, when I found out that I was selected to the job at the Public Relations Department at the Port of Miami, which was a very good job, I was excited. I was like, wow, great job, you know. You know, it was, the Academy was offering me not just a job, it was that bridge from the blue-collar work that I did all the time to the professional life. But I had a problem. I already had a full-time job, a regular full-time job that paid me a whooping $3.35 an hour. It's a great salary. But it was a regular job, and if you worked overtime, they pay you time and a half, so that was all good. So that job was from 4 to 12, Monday through Friday, and I could not change that. So I was like, oh, great job, but what am I gonna do? So I go back to Ms. Jean Westfall and I said, you know, I want that job, I love it, but, you know, I have to be a 4. And she said, we can be flexible, we can see what we could do with the hours. And I said, you will not regret it, I guarantee you. Even though I was only a teenager, They trusted me with the keys to the office, to the public relations department of the Port of Miami. Oh, boy. And I came in at 7 in the morning, left at 3, and had to find my way back to take off my suit and put my thing to start downloading trucks at public supermarkets and start working from 4 to 12. What I didn't tell them at the time was I had no idea how I was going to get there at 7 a.m. because, of course, I didn't own a car. I didn't live anywhere close to the Port of Miami. I had to take a couple of buses, so I had to try to find out what it was. And, you know, Miami is a great city. I'm just going to say one moment, come and visit us. It's great. It's wonderful. But in the summer, you think it's hot out there? That's what we call it Miami heat, right? But I knew I would figure it out. I knew it wasn't a problem. Because what drove me were values I learned at home. I was working to support my mother and my grandfather, who was in a wheelchair. My father died when I was very little and still living in Cuba. For the job, nobody had to tell me to wear a tie or dress nice or be sharp. Even if we didn't have money, you had to leave the house clean, sharp, or brush your hair. I did have a lot of hair. You might not believe that, but it was true. Nobody had to tell me. That was my mother. She still does today. I'm married. She still calls, you know, what time did you do this? But, you know, that was her who really installed those, you know, hardcore values. But what the academy did give me, and you can't put a value in that, is the confidence to represent yourself, to conduct yourself, you know, to be able to get there and be prepared for that job interview that got you the job, and then to keep that job. Then it's up to you. I always tell the students that when I go to them. The tools are there, but then it's up to you to excel. But the academy did provide me those tools, did prepare me for that. And for that, I'm very, very thankful. Because today, you know, that intern, the public relations intern that worked there today, I went on to Florida International University for my bachelor. I came to this lovely city to do my master's at Georgetown University. And today, I am the CEO of NAF Communications, a company I founded 10 years ago. And NAF Communications is an international public relations firm. Right? I wonder where I got that idea. I didn't even know how to say public relations in English good when I got to the academy. So I wonder what happened. Look, well, it is true that, you know, of course there are factors and people and experiences that throughout your professional life that influence you. There is no doubt, but no doubt at all in my mind, that those things I learned when I was a young high school student are the foundations that resulted in where I am today in my professional life. And that I am certain. So, you know, I want to thank also NAF for giving me an award for just staying involved. I mean, here we are, you know, for staying involved. But you know why I do it? I do it for everything the Academy of Hospitality and Tourism did for me when I was in high school. I do it because I want to make a difference, because I want to help those students that are walking the same path. You know, give them that opportunity to be a better professional, to be a better person, because we're all human beings, to be a better person, to have those values and those hardcore work ethics. You know, it is very easy for all of us to get boggled down in our everyday and work because we have a lot of things going on. But if we are aware of our impact, then we can choose to change lives. We can choose to change those students' lives and their courses in a very, very positive way. And at times, for example, you know, you contribute in many ways where you're at the board of directors, or you are donating time pro bono in the PR company, or you're talking to the different students, or now I have my own NAF intern at NAF Communications. And he's great. I hope he met his deadline. I had something was due today, but I haven't reviewed it. I'm very good about deadlines, I tell him. But at times he comes into my office. And, you know, of course, I have a lot of deadlines. You're a PR company, you know, you're communicating, the media's calling you, your clients, et cetera, everybody thinks, you know. But when he comes in, I always step back and say hello. I always step back and say, if I cannot talk to him at the moment, that'll be with you in a minute. And then I go back to him. I talk to him. I try to not only tell him what we're doing, but why are we doing something? Why is this important? And those responses, those things, are what makes that student come back to work, be dedicated, come back to ask, be curious. I always tell them, be curious about those things that you don't know about, that are uncertain. And that impact, the impact that you have on students, most of you are teachers. You have built a life on that concept, of impacting those teachers. And it is very important. And I will close on that same concept, because it is we that create that environment, all of us. From the classroom to the workplace. We create that environment that makes the students want to be there. We create that environment that makes the student want to come back and excel. It is you, every day, getting up there in your classroom or the business partner doing the work, and I realized I was taught that, and that opportunity we give it back. So thank you. Thank you for this award. Thank you for this program that NAF is just wonderful, and thank you again for your hard work every day.
If there was ever a question of why you do what you do, let this be the testament. Congratulations to our 2012 National Academy Foundation Alumni Honorees. I'm certain you've touched a lot of hearts this evening. Congratulations.